Welcome back, everybody. Had some technical difficulties that more or less collapsed the last stream entirely, but we're going to restart this one, try take two. No worries there. We are still right in the heart of Washington, D.C., on the National Mall. A more chilly day, more or less. It's probably not going to get much above 50 today, but still a beautiful day out here in DC. Lots of people out here for the kite parade, for the No Kings protest as well in Washington, DC. So we're just going to be hanging out with you guys, taking your questions, and we'll be doing man on the street interviews as well once we get down to the protesters themselves. We'll just kind of chill there, but just happy to take your questions. We're going to be hanging out and show you guys some of the cherry blossoms as well. So, just welcome back for another episode of Awoken with all of them, guys. We're going to keep this going. Yeah, just shoot me a message if the stream cuts out. But that's our game plan for today. Yeah, there are just a ton of people. Yeah, it seems to be doing better now. Honestly, Z, I've never seen this many people at once in Washington. All right. Once again, whoops. Thanks for hanging here still. But yeah, I'm not sure. See, it becomes a problem for the rest of the stream potentially, because if there is no way I can talk to some of these people, if it keeps buffering and cutting out every 2 or 3 minutes, that's just going to be a little bit of a problem long term. But for the stream, but we'll find a way to make it work. We have to. Gotta try at least. So.
Ride on this road for like 5 minutes. All right, bet.
Any kings in here? Yeah, so we are going to see if they're down at Lincoln, because there was supposed to be a massive one. So
So much like extra revenue.
let's see. See, here's something that's kind of weird, Sam, is that I haven't seen a huge en masse of No Kings protesters yet. I've seen like 2 or 3 people at a time, but most of the people here are flying kites, or they're here for the kite parade or whatever. Walking on this. Let's see. Eggy Walsh 2237 says no kings because we left for a reason. Yeah, you're back. We must have gotten rid of all the kings. Yeah, so we're going to be walking here's a real pretty view coming up. And is the kite thing not part of No King? I don't believe so, because none of them, when I see people explicitly at the No Kings protests, they have a sign, or they're kind of look upset, or like you can tell they're involved, like they have a T-shirt that says No Kings. But all these kite are just, it's lots of young families. Lots of young families, children. Mud61 says, hey, Trump, sleep. Is this nationwide or it's DC or it's just DC based? Nation, I believe they're all over the country today. You know, I don't even see, I'm trying to kind of get a peek of the Lincoln Memorial, and I don't really see a mass protest there either. So maybe we could, but see, the thing is, I don't want to go back in that hellhole of the no Wi-Fi pit as well. Yeah, you guys see all those kites? That's insane, isn't it? So I've never seen that many kites before. Nationwide, yeah. Yeah, I think I saw even this morning, I think Bruce Springsteen was supposed to have a concert in the Minneapolis, the Minneapolis demonstration or whatever. Maybe the DC, see, the problem is with the DC one is that it technically would like end in DC. It started in Virginia. So most of these people, and they like walked over the bridge or something. Some of the weirdest interactions I've ever had. Hey everybody, so if you're new to the stream, new to the channel, we're out here walking around DC today. Would love if you gave the video a like, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, join Sam and Z and Mudge, a few others down in the comment section today as well. On this channel, we talk about geopolitics frequently. We also go protest / have public interactions with protesters, demonstrators, see what their thoughts are about certain government policies and officials. We also, I have an anchor show, usually do it Tuesdays and Wednesdays. We talk politics there all the time as well. That's more of the deep dive kind of show, more podcast type. This is more of Alden's everyday life / DC everyday life as well. So, ooh, okay, here's a guy. I'm gonna see if he wants to talk. Oh, hey man, I just started my YouTube channel. If you want to say a few words or something real quick.
I don't want to get a few words, but you can take a photo of this if you want.
Okay, cool, here. Awesome, dude, thank you. All right. Yep, see you, dude. All right, nice, okay. Yeah, see, they're kind of all individually separate now. So I think the big protest was, must have been earlier or something. But there are remnants of the main protests still, though, so we can always go back because there was that like transgender rights or pro-tranny stuff on the mall as well. So. Robert says no kings, and Duke Pringle says, man, y'all just really hate King Charles, huh? And then Z says, would be beneficial. We actually had a king, can't really accomplish much with the regime changing every 4 to 8 years. One of the major advantages China has over us. John says hi. Hello, John. Thank you for joining the stream this afternoon. Glad to have you here. We are, okay, I still see some signs and banners. I think we might be able to get some interviews here with the protesters still being here. Looks like there's still some. But yeah, we're hanging out in Washington, D.C. today, going to some of the, trying to talk to people at the No Kings protest as well. There's a bunch of kites in an unrelated event. There are a bunch of people flying kites around and a lot of tourists. This is usually by the time late spring, or I should say late winter / early spring. So last 2 weeks of March, first 2 weeks of April are big travel weekends because you have spring breaks for schools, you have graduation trips all over the country. There's always, and especially right after the winter, not many people visit the city in the winter. So you're just dealing with, it looks like there's so many more people in the city in a quick amount of time. Let's see. Is woke different than woke? Yes, sir. Yeah, it's become awoken. What's your view on redistricting in Indiana? I know lots of people that were involved in that effort for redistricting. I just don't think there was the political will to get it accomplished. There's usually not enough political will for anything to really ever change. Chris Fowler says, hi, hello, Chris. Thank you for joining the stream today. And Dan says, free Palestine. Z says, have you seen the dark woke people? Shit is too funny. Oh, dude, I think you sent it in the Discord, but I also saw the video of that Drewski guy dressing up as Erica Kirk, bro. Oh my gosh. I think last time I looked, he already had over like either 1 million likes or 1 million views, but it's probably closer to 10 million views is my guess. But that is one of the funniest videos I've seen in a long time. Why left feel so attached to Palestine stuff, like how it affect U.S. So a lot of that goes, it's a whole, it could take an hour to explain, honestly. It's just really, I think the left is, their reasons for being for Palestine are like, they see it as like oppression, or the Israelis are, they're, yeah, conquerors, they're annexing the West Bank, whatever. So I think that's where a lot of it for them goes to. And the U.S. involvement is money and diplomatic cover at like the United Nations and stuff like that. I think that's where the left kind of goes for there. Z says, I saw that. It was like a trailer of White Chicks too. Says, purple always looks glorious. Looking smart, sir. Thank you very much. I always love my fans. Love you guys and your compliments. You guys keep me flattered. Keep me going each and every day. Alrighty. Mad Butter says LOL to the person speaking on China. Oh, yeah.
I like that color.
Thank
Look at
you,
that.
brother.
Look
Thank
at
you,
that.
sir. We're good. Dude, the purple suit is it's like a cheat code. You get people to look at you automatically. People will make comments, compliments. If you're ever in a bad day, just put on a purple suit, walk around, and people will cheer you. People will cheer you up. But my wife's from Siberia, close enough. Yeah. All right, we're going to venture. There's nothing going on here at Lincoln, so we're going to head back to closer to the Capitol building because there wasn't much going on near the Washington Monument either. So we're going to hustle back that way now because there were remnants of the protest, and there is, if we can't get a whole lot of people at the protest, there was that. There's another left-wing congregation on the mall that we did see. So there's going to be, we'll have some content potential here. But yeah, we got to get back through the hellhole of the Wi-Fi landmine, though. So hopefully we don't lose too much service again. That was another problem, is that near the Capitol, we kept losing service all the time. Because there's just so many people for this kite parade or something. Okay. Go down to U Street. You're in the wrong spot. Big gathering by RFK as well. Man, I'm kind of closer where I am every day in DC, kind of closer to RFK. Oh yeah, and the poll. So we had to restart this stream, like make an entirely brand new, different stream, and the poll died. Here, you guys can actually. Usually, I'm the one picking the poll question. What question do you guys want the poll to be today? Let's go fight in Iris. Yes, sir. Hey everybody, if you're just now joining the stream, we're out walking around Washington D.C. today. We're just kind of on a little stroll / if we're seeing No Kings demonstrators, we're trying to talk with them, get some of their views. We're heading back to closer to the Capitol building right now, and we're going to be heading. There was a little more action per se over there. So we'll be talking with them, but happy to get to know you guys a little better as well. If you're new to the channel, please leave the video a like and hit that subscribe button as well. It's a wonderful way in which you can support the channel as we push further towards America First policies. Okay. Sam says XLKX says, is this guy cool or what? What are its politics? Yeah, we're right wing on channel. We're America First. Willing to work with anyone who wants to put America first, though. Let's see. Sam says, bro, do you still work for Mike Braun? Not right now. Not anymore. Not that it could never happen again in the future. But right now, right now I'm doing my own thing here in DC, trying to we're grinding on the show, grinding on the podcast, giving you guys more content each and every day. Z started the Discord for the channel this week, so if you want to, Z and I were always hanging out in there. So Discord's free to join. There's no anyone's allowed to. Anyone who enjoys the content on the channel, so anyone is free to join there. We just discuss breaking news, current events, and strategy, future show strategy, stuff like that. So good question. And then but yeah, not for the governor right now. Great guy though. Nothing only but the very best for the governor. Huro says, so America first, not Israel first. That's right. It is America first. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but do you guys have you ever seen one of the videos of the guy that will go in the congressional buildings? He'll go in the Senate and the House, and he'll go up to Hill staffers and say America first or Israel first, and it's almost like they all shit their pants. It's one of the funniest things I've seen. Kind of nuts, man. Yeah, that's where your taxpayer dollars are going to. Remember that when you're doing your taxes and all that bullshit in a couple weeks, giving the government all of that money. They can't even say if they're actively trying to put this country first or not. It's insane. Thank you for subscribing, big man. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Clock says you guys are embarrassing. At 32XD0 says, I love your purple style. Looks like the Joker with that purple suit. Thank you. Yeah, purple's the color around here on this channel. Yeah, man, I am not affiliated with the Green Guys. I think with my experience as a congressional staffer and through the state political party, the county, when I worked for the county GOP back home, and all the campaigns I've been on, that's not something I want to be associated with. So America First in my vision means is that when we volunteer on political campaigns, we need to ensure that the member is actually going to be, whether it's your mayor, your member of Congress, governor, whoever, that they're actually there for the best interests of your community and the country. And anything less than that is just absolutely unacceptable, in my opinion. I don't think that's very controversial at all. So that's my take with it. Yeah. But good questions, everybody. Glad to have you all around on this Saturday afternoon. We are in Washington, D.C., almost back at the Washington Monument. We're going to be talking to, there were remnants of No Kings protesters back a little bit ago, and we'll be hanging out there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jason says, happy long live the King Day. The King 21804 says, now with the upside down America flag. That's disappointing. Oh well. Yep. Quite sad, man, for sure. Let's go Arizona. Go Wildcats. I love doing that this weekend. Every time I see somebody in the hoodie, I'm always like, all right, go. Yeah. So, like last night after Duke won, there was some dude ecstatic. He was quite excited. Because, yeah, the East Regional, remember, that's in Washington, D.C. So, UConn won the second game last night. So, UConn, they're going to be playing Duke for a spot in the Final Four.
Football.
All right, we could lose service any second in this little pit. I'm gonna try to get through.
It's like days.
All right, still trying to get through this. All right, trying to make it through here. We're almost there.
We could not see anybody we know, but we also.
So here, everybody, just a quick little update on where we are. We're heading back towards the U.S. Capitol building. We'll be hanging out there for not the building itself, but more the Standard National Mall. We'll be hanging out there for the next period of time. Today is a major kite festival happening in Washington, D.C. Not the intention of the video, but we're hanging out here and trying to get through this crowd right now as we make our way back. If you're new to the channel and joined the stream, please hit that like button. Please leave a comment. I joined the Discord as Z has just re-put the link down there. We talk strategy, geopolitics, breaking news, all the stuff that we need to gather and learn to grow the channel. So would love. So don't miss a second of it. Hit that subscribe. Go back and watch some videos as well. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Some parrots. So you kind of see today's a great day to really show you guys what how the city actually operates, because you're just seeing all of these different you would, yeah, if you'd here you'd realize how quickly how left wing the people, the like current, like the permanent residents here, you'll just quickly see how uh, it is. So yeah, and just like and within 15 seconds, you had a bunch of, it was a pro tranny group, and then it was like a table that said, "Ask me about Islam," with multiple Muslims there, and then just other left wing, like the No Kings table over there. So it's a very left wing, very left wing city. But that doesn't stop us in the fight, at least. All right, so now we're back to where we want to be. We're back on the mall, baby. Oh, my foot, man. Been starting to walk a lot on it. All right, so let's see if we can find some of these No Kings protests. But hey, if you're just out hanging out, would love to. Oh yes, I still need a poll question. Let's get a poll question real quick. Actually, let's do a Q&A. There we go. Let's get that out there. Won't be a poll, but it'll be something for people to kind of click on a little bit. All right, we're getting awfully close to our desires. Maybe we can make that a poll still, because it's tough. Here, we're going to make it a poll. Alrighty, there we go. This must be really bad right here too. I cannot get any of these. Keep connecting every 3 seconds. Hopefully we'll have it back steady soon. There are just so many people on the National Mall today. It is causing a signal jam, a traffic jam. Sure. All right, I see a couple people. Poet King says, "Ever blue boohoo," and Sir Aldog says hi, and he says, "Hey, how's it going? How were those Guinnesses last night?" Love, yeah, dude. Nothing like a creamy pint with the live stream. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a lot of fun hanging out with you guys last night. They were good, man.
Yeah, I got.
Solar Flame 2012 says you will accomplish nothing today, by the way. What makes you say that? It was good to talk about something other than politics and basketball, food, marijuana, and cigarettes last night. Yeah, sometimes some of those, yeah, it's good. Yeah, we usually always start with politics, but then sometimes when it's people that are active on the channel and the community, it's fun to have some more, yeah, outside of political discussion sometimes, for sure. Connie says, no BB Kings. Solar Flame says, yeah, skip over the real thoughts we have about. Well, Solar, if you read the description of the channel, you would know this is not a left-wing channel. So go ahead and read the description of the channel, and you'll figure out that it's not a left-wing channel, actually. So, not sure what you're trying to say there.
DC, I don't think I would want guy like to only be 9.
David Moore says, good afternoon. Good morning, David. Thank you for joining the stream. We are here at the remnants of a No Kings protest, trying to find some good people to chat with, ask them some questions about why they're at the event today, why they are, maybe some of their goals that they have with the protest. So, ran into one guy earlier, didn't give us much, but trying to get a couple more for you guys. Hi.
Nice jacket, man.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Kalega23 says hi. Yeah, Solar Flame, if you knew that when that word independent and there's meant to be that I'm not owned by anybody, it's my own independent channel I created. You're like a rabid animal trying to get into partisan politics, and you have to become, it's people like you that is the reason why the country's not awoken. So you're a perfect case study for the channel.
I'm glad we.
All right. I just found some good people to talk to, so we're going to be talking to them. Oh, hi. Hey, I just started my own YouTube a few months ago, wondering if you guys just want to say a few words while you're out here today.
Sure. Hey, Dave, Rosemary, where are you guys going? Sure.
Yeah, cool.
What is it? What is it?
My channel name,
Yeah.
it's called Awoken with Alden. I just go around DC, go protest, talk to people, ask them why they're here. Yeah, if you want to just say your name and say, why you're here today.
Sure, David Doremus. I'm making a difference.
What's your biggest specific gripe with the president right now?
Lying.
Is there maybe, is there an event that really upset you more than others?
When people don't tell the truth, there's nothing else that needs to be said. You're a liar. That's Donald Trump.
Would you say Epstein Files was very upsetting?
Yes, over and over again about everything. Lying.
Awesome. Are you from DC originally or traveled into town a little bit?
No. I'm here visiting.
Tracking. All right, man. Well, thank you very much for your time
Sure, good
today,
luck.
dude. Yep, thank you.
Sure.
So yeah, those are the blood. What are the questions today? Just starting some warming up with questions, just like name, maybe where you're from, and then you can, depending on the willingness of the person, then you can kind of tell like how, if they actually want to be here, like have a dialogue or not. There's a ton of people coming this way, so we'll have some good opportunity. Do you drop your headphones, sir? Yep. Got two, dude.
Yes, no.
Yeah, that's right, David. Yeah. See, I think it's hilarious when they say, um, like Trump's a very um, has been accomplished during this term. Like I just don't get the outrage there.
Okay.
If he was a real fascist, there'd be like
Oh yeah.
15, 20 million people deported at this point, but like barely anyone's been deported. That's right. Yeah, that was his first line. He was wanted to make he was out here making the difference. Lawrence says, "No, I do not support this. The level of stupidity never ceases to amaze me with the libs, Dems, and progressives. LMAO." Yeah, we're not at a great spot for internet. There's just been so many people today. Okay, so yeah, boys, we are here. We're at the No Kings protest. Like this is where everyone is right now. So we hit the jackpot. – 3104 says Ultra MAGA from Savannah, Georgia.
Well, we're gonna.
Yes.
Love the fit, brother.
Thanks, dude. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, purple all the time, you know. Yeah. Mm.
That's an impressive collage. That. What? That's a very impressive collage.
Is your reception a little better now?
What group are you with?
And beer or beef. Yeah. The poop sign. Oh, the snake sign. Hmm.
Feeling a lot more.
Thank you. Thank you for carrying it because you have got to be tired. Switching hard.
Parker, what's going on, big man? Thank you for joining the stream, dude. Ordinary says looks like a beautiful day. It's a gorgeous day out. It was kind of cold this morning. It's gotten probably near 50. It's probably 50 degrees. Beef says just happens naturally.
He's not there.
Adderall says glad the sun's out. Parker said, "Yeah, I'm asking a couple people. I kind of have to be a little not careful necessarily, but they're going to be a little skeptical, especially when I start pushing back a little bit. So I gotta play the long game a little bit today. Right, yeah. So I see the ladies praising Ilhan Omar and Jayapal. Like this is one of the um, most like left wing, or probably this is the most left wing I've ever seen the mall.
Great. Excellent. Thank you so much.
I was sitting in the sun. That was
All right, so yeah, just if you're just now joining the stream, if you're just checking out here, we just arrived at the No Kings protest here in Washington D.C. There's, I don't know, I'd say on this little patch of mall right now, there's, I don't know, maybe 1,000 in and out, maybe. Not a whole ton of people, but there's a good chunk of people here, some people that we can talk to, get some interviews with. So we're here right on the mall, right in front of the U.S. Capitol, the Capitol building itself. We're here, and we are just going to be talking to people today. There's a big kite festival behind us towards the Washington Monument, so there's a ton of people out here today. So we're going to be hanging out, taking your guys' questions. If you're new to the stream, definitely give the video a like, hit that subscribe button. That's a great way in which you can support the channel right now. Okay, let's see. A couple comments. They won't hurt you. Anyone pressing or harassing you, you have every right to defend yourself. Plus, they don't believe in guns. Most of them won't go on the camera because I hate making mockery of themselves, and they don't know what they're effing protesting. It's crazy how they will rally against anything the right supports. That's where Trump could cure cancer tomorrow, and in 3 days he would have protests to save cancer. Parker says to support all protests as long as it doesn't get violent or interrupt other people's lives. Shadow said hi. So my kids said it was too cold to have picnic today, so they're down at the wharf and they're going to Jaya tonight to eat. And if you're around, come on down. David says, I second that one, Parker Whitaker. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how the weather is. We'll see how the rest of the day kind of unfolds. See where the stream takes us. Demi374 says, yes, I support this protest wholeheartedly. And Parker Whitaker says, did they all plan to not take their medication today? All right, guys. So think of if you guys have any suggestions, think of some good some good questions that I could ask them that are not necessarily overtly hostile, but still like right wing in a sense, right? A way to get them to kind of trip over some of their stuff, right? Huge problem is a lot of these people, kind of like that first guy, they're just simply going to, yeah, they're just going to kind of rely on one of their talking points, and it's going to be tough to get them to budge a little bit on, yeah, like that one dude just said, to every question, like Trump's a liar. So like, if they're all just going to be like that, we have to think of stuff that can like get them to change up their answer a little bit, get some good content out of it. Oh man, my foot. Fetterman's a good one. Yeah, that's actually a really good one. I think your podcast is more one of a problem solver and a solution to what is wrong in our country instead of one-sided political opinion. I believe our government has and believe we have talked about it being divided two parties to make each party angry at each other and not get anything done for the American citizen. They all have like interest at which policies they disagree with. Yeah, and then I can just kind of bite and nail down from there. I think that's solid. Yeah, instead of just everything, just yeah, try to get them to start saying specifics or something. All right, let's give that a crack. I like that.
Right.
All right, is this a Groiper? Thank you. I appreciate the support, the kind wishes, the well wishes. Okay. Yeah, I think those are some good questions. All right, I'm ready to go back in. Hey man, I just started my own YouTube channel a few months ago. Just wondering if get a quick interview about you, why you're out here today, your intentions.
Sure.
No, okay, awesome. All right. Yeah, man. What's your name? Why are you in Washington D.C. today?
My name's Scott Grant. Yeah, I'm down here because I'm pretty concerned about the state of the country right now, and I'm 72 years old, so I've had a real fill of America, the mentality of America, and American politics for decades. My first vote was in '72. Thoroughly decent, honorable man named George McGovern, World War II veteran, and he was defeated in a massive landslide by the criminal Nixon. And that was a real lesson about the mentality of America. And so it's just, this is going on. Trump is kind of the symptom of the disease of the mentality of America, the greed, guns, and God mentality of America. And so I guess more specifically, I'm down here because, as I said, this is kind of the culmination. It's been going on for decades. And Trump, he's among the many things he's done, he's for one, like he brings in pigs like Musk, puts in millions. He brings in this guy, a foreigner. He brings in this guy with all the rhetoric against foreigners, all the scapegoating against foreigners. Instead of scapegoating against Jews, now they scapegoat against anybody who's not white, apparently, or Latino. Anyway, yeah, so Trump, his policies, he's basically completely destroyed the Environmental Protection Agency for future generations. Because being America, money, if it's anything's going to get in the way of making a buck, fuck it. So that's the mentality. So anyway, so yeah, and he's bringing guys like Musk to systematically dismantle every department, anything that would protect consumers, protect labor rights. It's been dismantled. It's been crushed. With the follow the money. As always in America, just follow the money. And so I'm down here kind of, just sort of. I think it's important to show the rest of the world, even though the overwhelming majority of the American people are mindless hicks. I think it's important to show, and I think it's just important to show the rest of the world that not everybody in America is buying what he's selling. That's it. Well, I could rant and rave, but I guess you get the gist.
Which policies do you not support from the Trump admin?
Well, his foreign policy of just a blank check for Israel, for starters, is going down to Latin America, and as always with Americans, anybody who would stand up for labor rights or protect for decades, anybody who would stand up for labor rights or protect consumers, they were killed with American tax dollars. That's been going on for decades. We support every right-wing government, even right as we speak. That's been going on forever. So that policy, I mentioned the Environmental Protection Agency. His tax policies are, the whole obvious, give more money to billionaires and starve any social programs whatsoever. So that's pretty unchecked. That's pretty rampant. So and feeding into the whole white supremacy thing, I understand it, but I understand the scapegoating of non-whites. I understand the fear that's going on in the country. That's a worldwide phenomenon. The backlash against immigration in Europe, a lot of that was caused by our policies, this disruption we caused over there that caused these mass exodus. Not solely, I wouldn't say we're totally blamed for that, but that's kind of a part of it. I guess my point is they feed on the backlash against it. That's what they're cashing in big time on the resentment to that. So how about that?
Sign.
All right.
Almost made one like it.
All right.
What's your views on Senator John Fetterman of Pennsylvania?
The guy's apparently a whack job. I don't know what to say about that guy. Compared to who would have got in, maybe he's better. But I bet Pennsylvania was once described as what is it? You got Philadelphia and Pittsburgh on either end, and it's Alabama in the middle. That's kind of Pennsylvania, from my experience going up. It's a beautiful state, but yeah, they got their problems up there like anywhere else. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't know. Yeah, that guy, I guess I would say he's a disappointment. You kind of need people to. We need to me, in my opinion, America's suffering because America's never had anything remotely resembling a real left-wing opposition, and we're paying a catastrophic price for it right now, in my opinion.
Well, thank you very much for your time today, man.
That's my 2 cents worth.
Of course, man. Thank you. All right, nice. That was a lengthy interview. Guy was pretty into it. Definitely some a common thing I hear when people talk about Musk being like they question Musk's loyalty to America because he wasn't born here. Like that's just like an immigrant thing that they talk about a lot when it comes to Musk. I've heard that one before. Yeah, like here again. Here, we'll go with this guy. So, it's a lot of very like Musk being having a lot of money, world's richest man. They will often try to latch onto him as well. So here, let's see. We don't have to agree with everything, but the other side wants, but we do have to have some type of common ground that gives us a base to stand on. If we foundation to stand on, Parker says, "What's he talking about?" So from what I gather, he just doesn't like America in general. This is someone who watches way too much MS Now, mainstream media. Yeah. Um, Questioning Musk is hilarious. They're just scapegoating him because they don't like billionaires. Right here, I'm gonna go to someone with a 25th Amendment sign and try to get them to buckle on Vance. David says he looks lonely when they're trying to make some friends. Sarah said lonely. Then Sarah Dog says this guy's pretty good. He understands that the country is the problem. The government is the problem. It's not me and you. It's the way they put one of us against each other. Magnus, are you liberal, conservative? Conservative. Right wing. David Moore. AI's about to take 20% of the job. AI is about to take 20% of the jobs. I don't know what the F this guy's talking about. Sarah says, I like Elon Musk. And Z says, Musk is doing more for humanity than all other person, full stop. Yeah, he's doing a lot, no question. Especially with X, Starlink. And Richard says humanity is doomed either way, or doomed anyway. Radiation something.
What was that?
Yeah, there's just a ton of stuff.
Please stop already.
And some ladies singing for like the past 30 minutes. I don't even know what the main program is supposed to be. Lost connection. There we go. I think we lost all service again. You do have a paralyzed friend, and I did suggest an Neuralink, but my one warning is people can hack into chips, or one warning, yeah. Just a 5-second lapse of service. Yeah, there's so many people on the mall today. It's pretty, I'm having some difficulty keeping and maintaining service. So once I see it drop down to like 1 or 2, I'll usually try to reset it.
I was the lead marshal. I was the lead marshal. They killed. Right.
There's so many people here.
Missouri, just across the river a little bit, but
Just all right. Let's just do this.
born in Kentucky.
But he was born in Kentucky.
Oh, hey man. I just started my own YouTube channel a few months ago. I'm just out here talking to people, interviewing people while they're here today. If you'd like to say a few words,
Yeah, we got to get rid of the guy.
here once.
Good to talk to is also that lady right there because she's been.
Draken. Oh, I see. Yeah. So yeah, against sorry. Why do you support the 25th Amendment?
Well, because he's got to go, and that was made for exactly the reason why he's the perfect example of why people pass that.
What do you fear a J.D. Vance presidency as a result?
I think it would be really short-lived, and he wouldn't have any power because and people don't like him. He's awful. People don't like him at all. He would fall out of power very quickly. He has no charisma. He's all about the big tech, and he's disgusting. I don't think people like him. I don't think he would make a very good president at all.
Do you think, what do the Democrats have to do in 28 to regain power? Or even in the midterms, let's say, what do you think the Democrats' message should be?
They have to really get out and vote. I think they need to build up more about how awful ICE is. That's my number one concern about all of this. And that kind of actually gets pushed down, but it's the worst thing possible because I teach the kids who are affected by it, whose parents have been deported. I actually see the real effects. And it's really hurting so many people. They don't have any idea what they're doing with that, the limitless pain that they're causing to families. It's disgusting. And then if you add on everything else, it's just that to me is the worst thing. But if you add on almost anything else, it's just he's got to go. He's just got to go. I mean, the whole, redoing the White House, renaming the Kennedy Center.
His signature on the $100 bill.
His signature, that's just so disgusting. Actually, the one that also kills me is that saying that only English is the official language of the United States. Well, I mean, come on. You know what I mean? This is a land of immigrants. That's why the ICE thing really bugs me. Really, that's the worst.
Gotcha. Speaking of ICE and immigration, what would you say to families that have had their family separated due to a death by an illegal alien?
Well, illegal alien actually is not a term that I would use at all because nobody is an alien and nobody is illegal. They might be undocumented, but that doesn't make them a different class of human being as an alien. So I have a problem with that phrase.
Gotcha.
But advice to those families, that's what's just so sad. It's that Congress has to get together and pass really true immigration reform. And I don't understand why people have not put forward as an alternative to this horrible ICE bullshit, of billions of dollars, $75 billion, and Democrats agreed to that. What were they thinking that they were going to do with the money? Then build islands to entrap people. I mean, it's just so disgusting. I think both the parties are to blame for that.
Thank you very much for your time today, ma'am. Appreciate you. Thank you. That was a good one there.
I wish I had a card.
It's can always pivot back to immigration. That's always a solid counter. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Isn't she speaking in English? I see a bunch of frogs around. Wow. I know, bro. Yeah. All right, let's read a couple of other comments here. So not the one you wear the MAGA hat. They all assume you were on the same side. I believe, Richard, that humanity is doomed, but I do respect that there are people that have common ground, and we can at least try to convince others that we are all in this together. Parker says, what policies, if any, do they support, and which would they want implemented? What languages can she speak? If you're here illegally, then you're breaking the law. What should be done to those who break the law? Yeah. We can't get over the fact that she has a problem with English being the official language of the U.S. Given women to vote was a mistake in hindsight. And what kind of effing la la land does she live in? Oh, gross! Look at this one. It's like a wiener. The unicorn lady. Did you guys hear that lady? Did you guys hear that lady? Yeah. It's so bad, bro.
That hopefully after that, to be able to get up, a little.
Yeah, man, like if you're, this is probably, I don't think I've ever been around such a large amount of left wingers in my entire life. I don't think. It is this protest about protecting the Constitution, or is this just about hating one specific person? Yeah, a lot of it is the precedent. So David says, ask her how many cats she owns. So see, like a lot of, so we just had an interview with a lady and asked her about, I asked her a question, if you were a family that lost a child due to an illegal immigrant, what would you say? And then she went on, oh, illegal's not, there's no such thing as an alien, no such thing as an illegal, whatever. So yeah, I'm going to go to I'm gonna go to the ladies dressed up as unicorns and frogs and see if they want to say a couple words. Oh, hey guys, I just started my own YouTube channel a few months ago. Wondering if you guys just want to say a few words for the channel real quick about why you're here today or any goals, objectives you have. Okay, awesome. Here. Cool.
What's your channel?
It's called Awoken with Alden. So, thank you. Yeah, always got purple on. Yeah. So, yeah, what's your guys' name? Why are you guys here today? What do you hope to accomplish at the No Kings protest in DC? Yeah.
Hi, Kelly. Well, now we've come out here, our group, about 3 to 4 times. We're coming out here to show our, fellow Americans that we will not be silent. We're going to continue to come out and protest this crazy regime, and it's nice to be here with other people that are also on the same page, and we have a sense of community.
What's a couple policies from the Trump admin that have really encouraged you to come out today?
Well, the fact that we have no due process anymore, that he is treading on the Constitution, he's ripping everything up. The ICE raids have really been significant and ramping up in our area, and they're taking our neighbors and our friends. And we're just not going to stand for it.
Of course. Any of you guys want to have anything to say? Yeah. Melt your ice, not yours. What about ICE has frustrated you last year and a half or so?
The lack of following procedure and law. We all have Fourth Amendment, First Amendment rights and the right to due process, regardless of our status. And they have now basically ignored the Constitution. I also have issues. I have a ton of issues, right? So also issues with this illegal war in Iran, the tariffs. I mean, the administration has ignored the Constitution and the separation of powers.
You think the 25th Amendment should be pursued by the cabinet?
We're at that point, yes, but I don't think that they're all sycophants, so I'm not hopeful that that will happen.
Mm-hmm. And what do you feel about Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman?
Don't even talk to him. We said we're the reason why he's here, and we want him gone. Yes.
Gotcha.
He is not representing the people who put him there.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much for your time today. Appreciate it. Yep. Thank you. Nice. Yeah, that was some good interviews there. Let's see. Wait until they. Right. That's why you got to be polite, but I can still be firm with the questions. How are we supposed to take you serious when you're dressed like the Coca-Cola bear? Is that Burger King crown on her head? Never thought of that. Or how do you take these people seriously when they look goofier than Goofy? Is she against Build-A-Bear against child labor? That's a funny one. But hey, everybody. So if you're just now joining the stream, would love to remind you, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. We're out here at the No Kings protest in Washington, D.C. today. We're talking to people, interviewing people, asking them their frustrations about the Trump administration last couple of weeks. So definitely love to, if this interview or if this stream, you're enjoying the stream, please subscribe and join us for future streams as well. We're going live 5 to 6 times a week now.
Hey Nazis, fuck you. Hey MAGA, fuck you. Hey Proud Boys, fuck you. Hey Elon, fuck you. Hey fascist, fuck you. Hey Nazis, fuck you. Hey MAGA, fuck you.
I know, bro.
Fuck you. Hey Elon, fuck you. Hey fascist, fuck you.
Okay. Uh, yeah, so some motivated people there, to say the least. Let's see. All right, I'll go over to that guy. Yeah.
Hey fascist, fuck you.
Is that song on YouTube? Okay, thank you. All right, you heard it from the guy himself. Yeah. Did you guys get that? Oh, it's Bruno Mars. Yeah. Lots of people out here today at the No Kings protest in DC. We're covering it live. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this stream, if you're enjoying political content. That's what we're here for. Got a nice little debate going on in the chat now.
Hey, fuck you. Hey, MAGA, fuck you. Hey, Proud fuck you. Hey, Elon, fuck you. Hey, fascist,
Let's go Iowa Hawkeyes. Yeah, Elite Eight. Let's go.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, just look how many people are on the mall right now. There's still the kite festival going on down towards the Washington Monument. Yeah, let's find some people to talk to again. Let's chit chat. Let's do another interview. Do they have? I do see a handful of Palestine flags here. I do. Yes. Let's go to a couple people here. Trying to get out of that. Trying to get away from people for a second. Here. So let's do here. I'll try to do one more interview, and then I'll need to sit down for a second. My foot's starting to kind of give me a little bit of trouble. Let's do. My own YouTube a couple months ago. I'm out here interviewing people, talking to people, asking them about their signs. If you'd awesome, you got it.
So my sign says your war crimes won't hide your sex crimes, and I'm so tired of there not being any accountability for what we've seen in the Epstein files, what we've seen released. I think that I believe the war. Honestly, I believe it's a distraction. I think that it's not a coincidence that they don't have any reasoning that they can give or any clear, any clear motivation behind this war. Every time they're asked, they give a different reason. I think that they stated that their goal was to flood the zone, right? That's been a strategy of theirs, and this seems to me like what's been happening. We've been hit constantly with things like the what's happening with ICE and what happened with the Epstein files, and now we've got this war. I also think it's funny that we struck Iran, but there's a lot of things going on in a lot of countries, and there's a lot of dangerous regimes out there, but we keep going for the ones with oil in them, right? I mean, I don't know, that seems odd to me. But also the fact that they said that Iran wanted to hurt the president. I'm not sure if they didn't go over just to protect him, but no, I'm tired of. I'm tired of war with no reason behind it. I don't think that we should be over there attacking Iran for Israel's war. I don't think what the Israel is doing in Iran is right, and I don't think that we should support it, especially not if it is what I believe, which is, a strategy to hide their sex crimes.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
What went through your head the first time we heard Pam Bondi say there were no files?
No files?
Yeah.
You mean when she claimed that there were? Oh, well, first off, I mean, she said she had the files on her desk the very first time that she was interviewed about it. And my guess is that she saw that her pal was in them, and she suddenly didn't want to. She didn't want it. She wanted to hide them, right? They want to sweep them under the rug. But I think it's a big cover-up. That's what I think. The first word that comes to my head is cover-up, and I think that's what they've all been doing. I think that when he was campaigning, he said he was going to release the files, and because they all rallied behind him, they said, "Yeah, us too." And then they found out that he might be in them, and now they go, "Oh, actually, don't worry about those. Nothing to see here," right? So it's funny to me. It just seems like clever.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what do you feel about Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman?
I don't think I'm familiar.
He's the real big tall guy. He wears hoodies and gym shorts all the time. From Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure that I'm familiar with him.
No worries. What are some other thoughts about the war in Iran, in your view?
My view. Nothing too deep, honestly. I just don't think that we should be there. I don't think that Americans should be going and dying on foreign soil for this war with Israel. I honestly think it's an unnecessary war. Yeah.
And actually, we have a question from the audience. There was a congressional vote a couple weeks ago, and 357 of the 435 members voted not to release sexual assault allegations about themselves. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Oh, wow. No, I didn't know about that, but that seems like absolutely corrupt to me. That's insane. Yeah, I can't believe that. But it doesn't surprise me at the same time, unfortunately. I think that, power protects power. That's what I think.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time today, ma'am. You're very popular in our chat right now. So, yeah. It's called At Awoken with Alden. I go around DC and I talk to people at protests. I have like a political talk show as well. It's called Awoken with AWOKEN. Then with Alden, AULDEN. Yep, that's me. Awesome, dude. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I love the purple. Always got to have purple on. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for your time. Yeah. There we go. He subscribed, so got another subscriber out of that as well. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, the purple suit. That's like going to be our. That's going to be the motto. We're all going to be mogging the towns in purple suits. No one's going to be able to stop us.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Sorry, I missed some comments with that interview. Let's see. Freedom of speech, freedom of protest, and we all have the freedom to laugh at them. Parker says, I agree with her. She's normal and right with all of her opinions. Yeah, she seemed to be pretty clear-minded when it came to some of her answers, I think. Maybe not, I wouldn't have answered everything in the exact way she did, but I thought, yeah, she was on the right track for sure. Sir Aldog says, before Taylor Swift spoke up, everyone listened to her. Once she spoke up, some things that We all know we're wrong. Now she's the worst performer in the world. What do you think about that? Oil. Then we did David's comments during the interview. We should be protesting on blowing our, spending so much money on our debt. Let's see what Michael Jordan in there, Oprah's in there, and the list goes on. There's a lot of people inside the files, so putting it all at one person ain't going to get us nowhere. Everyone needs to go to jail for a long time. That's in the files, or that are accused in them. Parker says Raw Thoughts by Chris Webby. Song, and it talks who's in the files. David Moore says, hell yeah, appreciate that, my dude. Wake him up. Yeah, bro. And says, you did 2 shifts yesterday walking. Now you're up again, so I can understand your leg hurting. It seems like there's only more and more people attending the protests as the afternoon logs on and on. There's more and more people.
Make some noise and please come to the No Kings 3 Festival.
Can't tell me here. All right. I'm gonna have a seat for a couple. Chill out on the mall for a few minutes. Oh man. Okay.
I figured give it with that. Obviously, the British school diet food. The kids are bored, they're bright, bored. Schools shit. You just gotta go. So yeah, Veda, they go to a Montessori school in Tacoma. It wasn't bad. It's fine for the first few years when it doesn't matter, but Margaret's 10 now, and you can just see the limits of it. Like the maths results were like some of the worst in the country, and the school just kind of they're very.
Hey everybody, so just doing a little reminder.
When you ask them, what are you doing? They sort of want to move the subject, want to change the.
Yes, sir. Yeah, dude, my foot started to flare up, starting to give me a little bit of a problem. So we're sitting down. Yeah, we're taking 5. We're going to chill here. We'll still be hanging. I'll still be talking, reading your comments. But yeah, need a couple minutes to chill for a moment. So yeah, Sir Aldog and Park and Z are having a discussion about Musk and Taylor Swift. So yeah, a little recap for the day, everybody. If you're just now joining us, we are here at the No Kings protest in Washington, D.C. It's growing a little bit every couple minutes. Already had a couple solid interviews today with people, but there's a lot of other people here. We interviewed a polar bear, the Burger King, just some random people. We interviewed a lady a couple minutes ago that was actually kind of more on our side than maybe we would have anticipated. When it comes to Epstein and war in Iran and stuff like that. And, but yeah, we're just meeting new people as well. Just glad to hang out with you guys on this Saturday afternoon. We're just going to take a couple minutes, chill for a few, and then we'll get right back up and at 'em. Yeah, I just can't be walking around forever on a long period of time with this left foot of mine. Sam says, who is funding this? George Soros. See, that's the problem with the left. No consensus reality. So, hey, everybody, if you're just now joining the stream as well, would love if you hit that subscribe button. Leave the video a like as well. We're out here in DC on the National Mall, hanging out with Z, Parker, Lost My Keys, Sam, Sir Owl Dog, and a bunch of other guys. David Moore is here hanging out as well. So got a couple other people in and out as well. So glad to have you guys with us. Sorry, everybody, man. Yeah, we are right in front of the U.S. Capitol building as well. So pretty nice little view today. How do you think they like protesting is going to stop Trump? Like he's going to be like, oh, well, they just don't like me. Guess I'll step down. If anything, they're just giving him more publicity. Sir Aldog says you would have left a friend alone if you had the morals that most people do when they find out this person was doing what they were doing, and to grab them by something is acceptable. Oh. There we go, baby. Yeah, Carrie Marbit said much earlier in the stream to do some yoga on the mall. I think I'm gonna have to take up her offer on that a little bit. Stretch my left foot. Thank you, Carrie, for the wonderful suggestion. Yeah, man, gotta have those purple shoes all the time, baby. Love purple. Parker says, hey, Alden, check out Raw Thoughts VII when you have free time, and it lists a bunch of the people out. All right, awesome. Purple socks are dirty. They did not have time to get to laundry this week after coming back from the wedding last weekend. It's been a pretty crazy week. Still trying to stream a whole lot with you guys, so have put laundry on the back burner. That's going to be a Sunday problem. We'll do laundry and all that other stuff tomorrow. But I do have purple socks as well, though. They are just dirty. Purple sunglasses, yeah, bro. Yeah, gotta balance out the socks with the Versace's, you know. So still gotta have a little bit of balance. Lourdes says, "Can I be king of America? I'll buy it for $1.50." Who would you give the money to? Yeah, I guess, yeah, let's say we sold America, like, who would get the money? The government? Or, but then there wouldn't be a government because you just bought America. So who would get that money? That's a fun little question, kind of bite on. All right, let's get back up. Ugh. We can... Israel gets it, yeah, probably. Okay. Lourdes says, my master BB. Parker says Israel was promised that $50 3,000 years ago.
I already got
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find some more people. We'll do a couple more interviews here. Oh man, which member of Congress do you think has lost their balls the most?
Single Republican.
Every single one?
Every single Democrat, too.
Every single Democrat too? Thank you. I'm trying to find someone in like a goofy costume. There's just random, seems to be just some random lady.
I think I'm just going to bring us into the main base of that. That higher vision, that larger view that we need to get us out of this picture. We want to bring it to Washington, D.C. today. And so with that, I'm going to welcome to the stage.
Cheers. Thanks for being on here.
Reverend Cassandra Gould. Please join me in welcoming Reverend Gould.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you, DC. Thank you, America, for showing up in all the places that you've shown up today. And listen, we don't just come to talk about what we are against, but from my prophetic tradition, we actually come to give voice and vision to what we are for. We know that we are against kings. We know that we need him removed. But we also know that we need an America where all of God's children are safe. We know that for 250 years, this country has had blood on its hands. It had the blood of my ancestors on its hands. It has blood on its hands in our urban corridors. It has blood on its hands from Gaza. It has blood on its hands from Ukraine, blood on its hands in Iran, blood on its hands in ICE detention centers. We don't need any more blood. We don't need kings who come and flank themselves with people who are yes men and yes women. We need the people not just to protest, but the people to plan. We need the people to demand. We need the people to send people home who are not serving the people who voted for them. I bring you greetings from Faith in Action National Network. We are an international organization in over 226 cities here, if we're including the DMV. CAN is our local organization. We need people. You might not be a person of faith, because you know, faith folk can kind of turn folk off. They turn me off sometimes. Don't worry about that. But you are definitely people of moral courage. We organize people of moral courage if we are going to impeach. He's already convicted, friends, and that hasn't really mattered. But if we're going to impeach, if we're going to remove him, we need you to be organized. We need you not just to protest, but to actually take action. This Congress that continues to fail us, they got 2 weeks of recess. They will be home for 2.5 weeks. We need people to show up in their district offices. We need people to make the phone calls. We need people to get rid of the SAVE Act. We need people not just to not fund ICE, but we live most of the time that this country has existed without ICE. We need to melt ICE. We need to abolish ICE. We need to get rid of ICE. We need a country where children are not caged. We need a country where our LGBTQIA plus siblings are safe. We need a country where, we need a country where Haitians can be at home. We need a country where Latinos are not targeted. We need a country where African immigrants are not erased. We need a country where anti-blackness is a thing of the past. We need a country where we can actually all live and thrive, and not just buy eggs and buy gas, but that we can be our best selves. Anybody here want to be a part of that country?
Yeah, bro.
We are extending an invitation to be architects of a new America. An America where all of God's children get home safely at night. An America where we don't have people who pretend to be kings. In America where people have the courage to get rid of leaders like Donald Trump who don't serve us well. We need an America where we can live and thrive and have the things that they lied to us and told us that we could have. We need an America where reparations are real. We need America where we're not just dropping bombs on brown countries and people who don't agree with us. We need an America where the people's power actually matters, because the people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. We're not here. Come on, come on. People united will never be defeated. People united. Yeah. For the people, we are the people. The people who are gathered in the streets all over America this weekend. And we won't just gather. We will actually demand. We will vote. We will vote folk in and vote folk out. We will do what it takes to do to build the kind of country that we deserve and that we need, where all of us belong. When you leave this place, I want you to leave on assignment, to go home and to do something different. I want you to go and talk to the neighbors, those who feel isolated. I want you to get engaged with an organizing entity. I want you to find small groups of people, strategize. They have lied to us and made us divided, but we are together because that's how God made us, all in the Creator's image. And we will not continue to live through a bloodbath. We will not continue to be silent in the face of fascism. We will not continue to look the other way. We will not continue to normalize troops in our street. We will do everything in our power, not just to get rid of him, but to get rid of all of those who support him. We will do everything in our power to ensure that if the two-party system doesn't work, we'll create 3 and 4 parties. We will do what is necessary to build the kind of power that we know that we have. The people united will never be defeated. God bless you.
Can we get an amen?
We get an amen.
Now, our next speaker today is someone who is an absolute American hero. Absolute American hero. If you're just joining us recently, again, my name is Jessica Denson. I'm the founder of the Removal Coalition. I've had the great privilege of organizing this protest for you today.
Yeah.
And in the many protests that I have organized over the past year, this man has showed up at almost every single one of them. He is someone who told me, remember I talked about Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. He told me if he were in Congress on January 6, 2025, he would have singularly raised an objection to the certification of this illegal presidency that we are living through. He is running for Congress again. He is someone who I am so honored to call a friend, former Capitol Police Officer Harry Dent.
Happy No King's Day.
We're going to step away for a moment. Seems like the main programming has begun for the event. Right here. Okay, I'll be back in like 2-3 minutes, okay? I'm gonna start a new stream.